Hi, Danielle Fowler here, my child Dennis. I'm going to give another part on how did I find out God promised me Miss World. So, a lot of these stories I've already shared on Twitter. So, some people, this is not new, but I'm sharing it again for those who don't follow my Twitter that much or didn't follow it for a while and want to find out the details of how did I find out and when did I know God is saying this year or whatever it is. Okay, so as a child, I always loved Miss World because of their beauty with a purpose and their focus and everything. And I was Adventist, and it's less on, I didn't want to focus on things that are more on beauty because it would be on the things of vain and vanity. So and I love that Miss World was beauty with a purpose. I was and I think I had a vision or a dream of just me walking down on the runway of Miss World. Anyways, um, in as a child growing up, I realized, nah, I can't be. I'm Adventist. I can't be Miss World. Anyways, God kind of broke that out of me for a lot of things, including my career pathway. But on 20 the first pageant I've ever been in is 2016. And I remember I was doing the interview for the pageant because you have to do an interview and then you pay the entry fee. And I was doing the interview, and the person was saying, "Oh, this is what you get from the training, and so on. And it'll be on this date, is a Saturday night." So I was like, would there be any chance the date would be able to can change? Because I'm Adventist. And they're like, no, it will never change. So I was like, and it's like the Holy Spirit said, watch me. So I was like, all right. And it's like like I feel like just enter it just to get training and see what I gain from it, even if I don't get to compete. So I was like, all right, so I'll enter. Literally about a week or two after, we're in a WhatsApp group now, getting all the information when he's training, when he's everything. And the flyer came in and the date changed from the 26th, I think, or the 25th of July to the 27th or whatever, a week later, or whenever it is, but it was no longer on a Saturday night, it was on a Sunday night. I was like, oh, and it's like the Holy Spirit saying it was me. I was like, oh. Anyways, that's the first time I've ever been in any pageant. Never thought of it going further than just there. And if I win, it would be great. If I didn't, it would just gain a lot of experience. I was like, great. When I did the pageant, no, and I was on stage, one of the judge was a holder of an international pageant that they were running, and she selected me after entering and became in the top 11 of 11 contestants. And she said she wanted me to represent Canada for the pageant. So I was like, okay. And I tried, and then I had to resign because, once again, Adventism interfered with it. So I was like, okay, I guess that's it. I'm not pushing anything else. But then I started seeing advertisement for Miss World Canada. I was like, and then I did a little research and realized the initial pageant is on a Sunday. I was like, oh, if it's on a Sunday, Sabbath keeping. But they had training on the Saturday and pre-judging on the Saturday night. And then I started inquiring on the interview and so on. And like, you don't have to go to the training the night before if you have training already. You could go to the pre-judging the night before, and then come the Sunday for more like the dance number practice and the pageant that night. So I was like, okay, sure, let's try. And I remember just doing it, and I got through. I was like, what? And I get to represent a city called Mississauga District World. So I was Miss Mississauga District World for 2018. So I was like, okay. And I thought it was great. And then by somewhere I was getting difficult to get a job. I was not sure if I was gonna keep pushing forward. I was just like, God, but I was like, if this doesn't work, I'm not gonna push anything else. But by about June or May, I was looking for a job and I joined this program. And that's when God showed me, or not showed me, He reminded me of what He showed me. So I remember in this program, it's a youth program that pays you while you search for a job, and they give you practical tips and certification also for things you might need for a job. One of the days they're doing is a vision board and visionizing, steps towards what you want to achieve. And I know for years now God is like guiding me about what He's gonna do. And there's like something about Miss Rogers kind of keep coming to me. I was like, well, okay, in the future maybe. And I was like, but this kind of seems impossible. But at the same time, whatever. But also not just Miss World, but my career pathway. I was always dream of, now that I'm in this change pathway from being a doctor to now being an actor and a fashion designer. It's just hard to think of those things, but it's like the more I think about it, the more I desire to own my own company for both a clothing store and a production company. And I didn't know where, and it's like with time things start growing. So I was like, production company and clothing store. So I know that was in my mind. It's getting there. So by the time of this, like draw a vision board, tell the Holy Spirit, remind me what He showed me. And decided I'd be Miss World and I'd have those things. So it's like, draw what I showed you. And I was like, do I really want to show that? Because if I draw that, everybody around was thinking they want to be a plumber or a pilot or just want to achieve something now, right? Whatever it is they're achieving. But at the same time, what I would draw based on the symbolism would seem cocky. And I was like, I want to do like, just trust me, draw it. So I draw what I'm about to show you, and that is me on top of a world in the middle, which symbolizes Miss World. That's why you see the crown. So I'm me in the middle, then there's a thought bubble that goes to one side. That's on the side where you see, look like clouds, but it's a thought bubble. The top it says you can't, you have to compromise and so on. Struggles of things that people tell me I can or can't do, or the things I have to do to achieve the things I wanted to do. Then depression or struggling with that, or the lack of transportation or struggles with transportation, or the lack of money to be able to deal with all the problems I was facing, like lack of devices breaking. Then on the other side, which is where I'm heading towards, because I'm on the crown, on the world, heading towards a direction, is a TV with my production company, and at the bottom is my storefront for my clothing company, my clothing store. And so it symbolizes that in the moment I'm winning Miss World, I'll be thinking back on these moments, things I've struggled with, and those are the things I was struggling with at that time. But I'll be thinking in a moment, wow, all the things I've conquered to reach here, and then what I'll be going towards would be my production company and clothing store and all that stuff. And so that's what I drew. And so Miss World Canada was in July, and then I was trying to move with faith, like that will be the year workout, and I guess it'd be through Miss World Canada. Didn't work out, and I was kind of in my mindset of, nah, if it doesn't work out, I'm going to be Miss World, I'm gonna just go with it. But then it's like I left with the motivation to do Miss Jamaica World, and I've learned some things about it, and I was like, okay, it's on, elimination's on. Normally on a Saturday, but if it's on a Sunday, I go. And by April, I found out that it was on a Sunday, and I even went to Jamaica, saved up money with my aunt, and we went together for a week, and we started some things that I want to get rolling. Then I tried to do it again, but I couldn't accomplish the same thing for some reason. I couldn't save up. I was doing the same Ubering and everything, couldn't save up. I couldn't get there. It was so frustrating. It was so confusing. Nothing seems to be working out. So I was like, God. And it's like last minute, everything would work out. And I was there. Then I didn't make it into eliminations, which is frustrating because I'm like, I thought that's what I came here for. That is supposed to work out. So I'm like, okay, I didn't get into Miss Jamaica World. Maybe I'll try next year. 2020 come, COVID, nothing happened. It's like, God damn. God told me to sit and wait for some funds before I go to Jamaica for Miss Jamaica World. That's what I thought, everything. But then still in this wait for the funds, and now I'm realized that current husband. Then I'm learning that it's not just the current husband and that stuff. It's also, guys, like, it's gonna be that time. It was gonna be that year, Miss World 2021, and I was like, and I wasn't sure how it was gonna happen up to the point I was in the hospital right before the scheduled date, which is December 16 for Miss World 2021. I didn't know what was gonna happen, and it got postponed. I was like, part of me was like, I wonder if God knew, because it got postponed to exactly a year and 1 day after I did the sit and wait for. I thought it was just money. Now I realize it is 3 promises. 3. Miss World, the funding, and the husband, because in God's eyes, my husband. And during that time, I'm waiting because there's things not working out, because I thought I was going to get the funding then go to Jamaica. No, God's like, no, trust me. Don't think about it like it's going to be next year, because if I was to represent a country this year, because then it wasn't going to be next year, this year I could maybe be crowned for the new cohort that may happen in December. So I was like, maybe, God's like, nope. This one, the one that's coming up, is going to be you. I was like, and even when I'm telling people are like, go on, like, you have to be. I'm like, that's what God is. I'm just telling you what God is saying. I am like, okay, God, if not that one, the other one. If it's not that one, it's the other one. God's like, nope. Move in faith that it's this one, Miss World 2021. And if you watch the video that called RM and explaining RM, that's a young man who was like, he distinctly said, yeah, you were being, like, I saw you on TV and you're going to become Miss World 2020 or 2021. I saw you on TV. I don't know when that happened, but he came in and he said it was Daniel. So everything is linked. Every single thing is linked, I'm pretty sure. So the bunny, the future husband, the husband in God's eyes, and the Miss World. So it's all the big 3. I call it the big 3. So yeah, that's how I found out. During the wait, I knew it was going to be Miss World 2021. But for years, I knew it was God is saying I'm going to be Miss World. So that's how I found out how to be Miss World 2021. I don't know how. It's not as boom as how I found out I'm married. But it's very, God is saying this year, and I don't know how it's gonna happen. The other, for the husband one, God gonna give an indication of what's gonna happen. But this one,